Hello, everyone. Hopefully, you're all doing well. Welcome back to another episode of Captain of Industry. Yeah, in our last episode, we were checking out all the new things that were in update 4.2. Um, Now, in saying all that, I don't know exactly what I've got planned for this episode, so we're going to work it along as we go. One thing I do want to look at is getting away from all of this coal burning. Because if we have a look at our people here, not that one, our health, um, air pollution is pretty high at the moment. It is the biggest issue that we have. So I want to try and knock that out. Now, one way we can do that is by getting a exhaust scrubber. Now, we can we got two options here to remove this exhaust. Right, so looking at it, we can get rid of 480 exhaust and turn into 192 CO2. So if we actually just head down here and have a quick look here, we can see that 60 exhaust puts out 30 pollution, right? And 60 carbon dioxide puts out half of it. So if we were to have just a quick look over here, we put out 900, which is 450 air pollution, CO2 that puts out 225. So it does reduce our pollution by quite a bit. Now, a lot of that pollution is right here at this refinery, and it would also be most likely over here when we are burning stuff. I don't see us burning much at the moment, but definitely all of these here, these are all burning stuff, which is not good at all. And it's another way for us to get sulfurs, which we're actually slowly getting through here. Um, our ammonia is building back up too, which is good to see. So I think the plan is we're going to try and set up our filtration system for that. I'm going to probably try to run a line from all the exhaust over here and try and run this line somewhere over here because I want to connect it up to here so the sulfur goes straight into here. So we have ammonia here and I don't see any vehicles needing to use that just yet anyway. We will need water over here somewhere, which we got water just there. So what actually we have water. Yeah, water's all over here. Um, it might almost be better just to chuck it in here. Let's have a look. What do we get out of it? And we also get low pressure steam as well. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Well, if that's the case, these need high pressure steam, so we can't really do anything with that. Um, so sulfur comes out there, slag comes out of that side. So if we were to space it off just a little bit, we will need limestone over here, which is not a problem. We can definitely put just a small crate in here and connect that up. Now, our CO2, now I do know that we can store CO2, which is exactly what we're going to do until we can work out the way that we're going to turn it into graphite, right? Because if we have a look in our research here, where is it? It is We got it there. I don't think this gives us a recipe. No, it doesn't give us a recipe there. There it is there. CO2 recycling. And we can use 144 to turn into graphite. Right, so that is a lot better for us to run than if we were to be running these other things. Now, these arc furnaces. So the arc furnaces run graphite instead of coal, which probably wouldn't be a bad idea to try and even start making, which is just coal and chlorine. We also get a bit of sour water from that as well. So let's just have a quick look here. Right, where is our coal? In here. So we're pretty full on coal there. We got plenty of trucks sitting here. Looks like they are using that path pretty well. So I'm definitely happy with that. Now we can see we're still dumping dirt here, which is a good sign. Um, Still see our stackers. Oh, is this a stacker? Yeah, the stacker tower. We can still see that that's still running pretty smoothly. Haven't got really much slag or rock going through here now. Um, Besides, obviously, all of these. And that is because most of our rock is actually coming from over here and making its way over here. And we're slowly filling up these spots here, which is pretty nice to see. Um, yeah, we actually have done a massive expansion here, which I'm very happy about. Now, what I'm probably going to do when it gets closer is when we're ready to switch over to dirt, we'll let the system run itself out, and then we will actually change these over to dirt. Um, okay, so let's have a look. So that train's waiting. Another train heading over. Our long train must be out currently. There he is. He's still filling up. Yeah, we really need those faster conveyors to try and fill some of these up a bit quicker. Can hold 14,000 in total with all of these storages here. Yeah, that's fine. We are taking a good chunk out of this mountain fairly quickly as well, which is also good to see. We are still getting a little bit of iron here and there. Um, that is no problem, but we do have a lot of iron sitting here. We've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. We got 21 and 600 there. So we've got a lot of iron sitting here, ready to be exported over to this other island when we're ready for it. So that's why I just thought would probably better just to keep it sitting here. There really is no issue in doing that, even though up here we currently have no iron. In fact, why is that exactly? Because it's full of copper. Hmm. We have the trucks here waiting to drop it, but because it's full of copper, um, we've got to wait to process all that copper. And in fact, our maintenance is dropping again because we seem to be out of copper. Why is that? Got the coal, got the copper. Alright, I guess we will just uh, boost all these again and hopefully try to rebuild all of our copper here. Because yeah, that's a big issue, and we cannot be we can't be letting that happen. Um, because if that drops, then well, we start losing maintenance and we stop producing parts. So we really need that to be built up, which it looks like it will be going up very shortly. How's our maintenance? Our maintenance is sitting pretty low, and that's because we have no steel, which is also because, well, we have no iron. Um, looks like we do have some iron being dropped off now. Not much, but there is a little bit. Um, okay. Copper's going down. Copper's going down fairly quickly. Now, I wonder with boosting these, what's the throughput on these? 60. So let's just quickly upgrade that one. And that one has already been upgraded. That's what, 200. So yeah, that is fine. So these will constantly be putting out. And that will hopefully build our copper levels back up, which we can see now that it is. And we can see that everything's all backed up now. 801, we're producing 480 and 480. So I think it's now just come down to a iron shortage. Look, we don't even have any iron here either. Um, yeah, this is not good at all. Okay, so we really need to get this copper down. It does appear that it is going down. We can see trucks are starting to drop off a little bit more iron now, but these trucks here, I'm not too sure why they haven't dropped this off just yet. Wonder if I can just quickly just once all these trucks get out of here, are they dropping off dirt or something? Yeah, they seem to be dropping off some dirt there. If we just recover all of those real quick, I wonder if they will. No valid destination. Yeah. Yeah, I see. Okay. So we just need to get this copper down, but there is still trucks bringing copper in, I believe. Um, yeah, there is still trucks bringing copper in. Okay. All right. So how are we going for our iron trucks? They're not really moving. So let's just add our trucks back onto here so we have 20 of them, just to keep that iron moving. Oh, sorry about the stutter there. Still got plenty of rock moving around. Um, and I'm actually just going to change this real quick, because we're currently just feeding into the same one there. So if we just quick build that there, and in fact destroy both of those and those as well. And if we grab our U-shape lift, that was just on the one level. And if we grab our second one and put that on our second level, we can run that to the end there, and we can run that. Of course, this one wanted to be back to front. We can feed that one into there. That's all right. We can quick build all of that, get those going again. That should hopefully even it out a little bit more. Hopefully. We still got plenty of rock moving around, which is good to see. And our big train, where's that? That's currently emptying. Here we go, he's off now. Um, okay, so we have more trucks on there. Surely we should be dropping some more iron. Yeah, so we can definitely see here we're now building up some more iron here. I don't know why there was so much copper in there. But it has definitely been fixed up now. Cool. We've also got trash in here somehow. Let's unassign that. I don't want trash in there. I don't know how trash got in there. But yeah, if you guys get rid of that, that'd be much appreciated. We obviously creating a lot of pollution with these as well, just burning the trash, but there's not really any way to get away from that just yet. We can see that we're doing alright for all of these, actually. In fact, all of them are full. So hopefully that isn't going to be a issue. Yeah, air pollution is still going up. It's now at 10. Okay, so now if I were to run a line beside here, let's just see if we can do that real quick. Let's say we're going to go from here and run this line, or you're going to be a nuisance, aren't you? Yeah, you're not going to want to line up with any of this. Oh, now you will. No, you won't. There we go. This might actually cause a little bit of conflict in this area now. I'm going to say we're going to have to duck under this line here. Which is fine. We can actually probably go straight under this acid line and follow it around. Actually, we have no acid there whatsoever. That is why we have no copper, because we have no acid. Actually, no, we should have acid. Okay, well, let's just... Yeah, we're going the wrong way anyway to be even able to do that. Let's just build that to there. And in fact, we'll get rid of all of... We'll get rid of all of this line here. And let's see why we're not making any acid. So it reckons all of that is... Okay, well, let's unpause that. I didn't even unpause it. Okay. Well, that definitely might have been the issue there. In fact, let's upgrade this so we can put out some more acid. There we go. We'll put out even more acid now. We should see that traveling up here. We do have a little bit of acid left in there, but there's not much at all. But we should see the acid coming through now. We do. There we go. It's now starting to fill up that tank. Okay. Yeah, I definitely forgot to have this on. Yeah, okay, I don't really want to boost anything. We're back to having no iron again. Okay, that's a big, big issue. And that's because I've blocked them off with building this. Okay. Um, so let's just clear that then. And in fact, well, it's probably a bit hard to put it where I want to put it now. Um, yeah, there's going to be a gap in it. Okay. That is fine. I'm sure we can work something out there. If we were to put a corner in there, yeah, no, that's not going to work either. And I don't really want to knock that corner out because I don't know exactly what's going to happen. Well, you know what? Yeah, let's knock out that corner. Yeah, it takes a bit of a dip. That's all right. We'll grab a T-piece. No, we actually won't. We'll grab some straight retaining walls. And we're just going to run them across to there for now. And then we'll grab some other retaining walls in line. And we'll... What are we doing there? Okay. Let's try this again. And we'll connect these up to there like so. Wonder if I can just time this right. Oh, I think I might have just got it. There we go. It's still going to do it. Oh, that's all right. Yeah, well, we have no iron, so we can definitely see that there's some steel coming along now, which is good. How long that's going to last, I don't know, because we're not really bringing any iron in. So I think what we might do, since we have so much iron, that we have pretty much a abundance of it, I think we might just build a little storage here. And we can throw this down here. We'll say for iron ore. And to keep it half full. There we go, look at all the trucks going on that straight away. That is nice to see. And where does that line, is that the bottom line? I think that's the bottom line. Okay. So let's see if we can get this to work in any way. Not find valid pillar supports, but you can find them there. That is alright. We can definitely go up the top here. Oh, not that way. Look, I honestly don't think that's going to work. So let's see, would there be, in fact, any way if I could get it into there maybe? Let's just try something here with our pillars. So we've got a pillar there, we can knock that out. Knock that pillar out. And let's just see, can we get a U-shaped lift in here? We're going to have that collision there. That's alright, because we can then chuck it here. Flip it around. Yeah, we probably could go there. And then we can then... Oh, did I get rid of all that? Okay. Righto. Now, if I can get access to that line, which it's probably not going to want to work for me. Maybe if I can get into that gap there. Nah, that's not it. There we go. Okay, so if we spin that around, because once this is built, uh, did that? That didn't even... Oh, no, because that pipe connection there. Alright, well, we'll flip that back around. Let's try and redesign a little bit of this real quick. Okay, so if we were to grab that same U-shaped lift, go all the way up with it. I don't really want that one. I want that one there. And we can connect that up to there. And then the same thing just here. We can connect that one up to there. Okay, so that's sorted that out. We can quick build that and flip that around. In fact, we'll copy that and chuck that there. And quick build that. Oh, we'll spin that one around as well. Should be able to take it all the way up and get it to run into there. Oh yeah, I've blocked Jews off again, haven't I? Yeah. Alright, remove that real quick. Let that all fall down and we'll just quickly... The issue is I can't really remove any of this until I've built... I can't really remove any of the soil until I've built this. So what I could do is probably remove some more of this. And that's just open that up a little bit. Once that path gets opened, we should be right. Hopefully. We should be right, hopefully. And we won't have to worry about all these trucks going through here like so. Look at all that iron ore coming in. They're dropping all of that off into there, so that'd be from the mine. And then we're going to have plenty of iron ore coming over here as well, I hope. Where are they? They reckon they can't get here. They're currently on their way. They reckon they can't get to here. Why can't you what do you mean you can't get to here? I don't know what you mean. So everything's currently working, so you obviously can get to here. It's just having a bit of a hissy fit over it. We definitely need more iron ore over here, so there's going to be a big hustle for iron. It's alright, we're still building this up. I don't know if there's any more trucks on their way, but this needs to be sort of set at a higher priority. Because we are definitely waiting on iron. He's not trying to drop it off, are you? He's definitely trying to pick it up. Only a couple more there. There's one more that for some reason can't seem to work his way over there. But we definitely have plenty of iron on its way over, which is good. And that's just going to be the backup system. Okay, we can unpause that one so that can be built. And oh, I didn't even put a corner in there. Okay. Let's just build this here. Oh, that's a bit high. Pretty sure I got you there. And if I run that to, yes, I'm going to have to run it like that. Because I can't really copy the other side there because it's not right. Anyway, we'll just quick remove all of that and we'll just quick build some of this stuff here. Okay, so then we can remove this one, we can remove that one. Quick remove those two as well. And we ran out of iron again. Okay, so let's look at this tower here. Let's just move this a little bit more this way. And let's set our ramp up here. Like so. Should see a few excavators possibly heading over to start building that. Yeah, we got this one heading over here. Cool. Okay, so we're definitely pushing through it all. Exactly where are you going? You're going around the start on the other side. I didn't think you'd be able to make it across there, but obviously you can. Interesting. We also need to put, before I forget, because we're already putting a bit of a hole into the ground there, we need to put in our cross section here. And we'll just quick build that just so we don't get any more issues with the dirt. Well, that's actually the wrong section. You know what? That's fine. If we ever want to close it off, we can do that. But yeah, that is fine by me. Alright. Yeah, how's the iron going? The iron's still not too bad. We've still got more iron being sent over here. We are taking a bit of a chop there for the iron. We're also getting a little bit of iron through here as well still. Can see a bit of iron there. I don't know how many excavators you got here exactly, but there's definitely a few. We've got 14 there. You're right, no wonder they're doing that so quickly. They're just ripping chunks out, which is good. It's good to see. Yeah, we have all of this still. I'm going to say we're going to go through our iron before we go through all of our copper. So I'm almost just thinking if we just stick to our refining over here for now, even though I would like to move it over here. And I have watched a couple of videos of people using trains to take it around. Just thinking of how many trains you'd sort of need to have on a route or on a network would probably be a bit interesting. Yeah, okay. Definitely see we've got plenty of rock in there. What were you doing? Just filling up. And you're just filling up as well. You're actually loading up with rock. Yeah, cool. So we're pretty much able to fill most of the carriages now, which is good, just by moving those over. So yeah, that's good. That's good to see. Now we don't have any research being made. Why is that exactly? We've got research here, but we don't have any research over here. Wonder if that's related to maintenance. It's the only thing I could think of. At the moment, we're not doing any research, I don't think. No, we just ran out, actually. Well, we are doing research, but we just ran out for parts over there. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this back to a 9 here. There we go. So they've finished that ramp there, so now they shouldn't need to go around anymore. So I'm hoping that if I connect that up to there and just grab my pillars here, if I can possibly knock all of these out. No, okay. So let's remove that and then remove perhaps that there to there. And then we'll build our system here. There we go. Now it's connected up. Okay, we can see all of our acid has been filled up again. We still don't have much sand either, so let's put another truck onto that sand. All right. Yes, that's a pretty deep pit, that. Definitely taking chunks out, which is good to see. It looks like well, they've actually just finished this. This is all open now. So that's good to see. They're just taking the last little bits of dirt out of it now by the looks of it. So we can get them to remove all of this dirt here as well. And yeah, we've got a massive mountain here. So what we might do, we might just cancel all of this out here. And we'll say to build up a little higher. Let's see how they go with that. If they are able to. Bit of a steep jump there, but they should be able to make that. Where are you going with that rock? You're going to drop that off straight away, aren't you? Okay. That is fine by me. We can definitely see there's a lot of slag going through here. Yeah, a lot of slag. In fact, there's so much slag that there's not really much rock heading through there. That's alright. Do have to remember that we do have a lot of dirt sitting here. And we're almost running out of rock here. Even though we do have heaps of it sitting here, we are slowly running out. And we've also got a couple of excavators here working on this. Oh wow, we're full on potatoes, we're full on everything there. But we're not receiving any. Why are we not receiving any? What could all of these trucks be possibly doing? It's 33 trucks available and they all seem to be busy. Obviously, they're all a little too busy. That one's got no vegetables. None of those have vegetables. Those have actually nothing. Um. Okay. Well. Yeah. All right. How is this going? Looks like our maintenance is going up. So I might just boost both of these just to see if we can, in fact, keep them going. Looks like our copper's all built back up. Our iron's also building back up now. So we're going to keep the copper boosted, I think, to play it safe. Yeah, I don't know why these aren't waiting until there is enough cargo to pick up. So now I wonder if I were to unassign that and stored product needs to be emptied first. Yeah, we know that. Let's break this down. Transfer that to all the other storages there. They should probably fill up. Yeah, they have. Look at it all going. Filled up big time. Because there was, what, 1600 sitting in there. So yeah, that was a lot of sulfur. Right, that's all been drained out of there. That's fine. That is all good. Yeah, so let's work on this filtration system. So we need the limestone in here. We'll say keep that half full. And do we want to produce slag? Well, we're already getting limestone sent here. I mean, we get more sulfur. Yeah, let's not worry about that for now. Alright, then we need water. So we're going to pinch water off of this connection point here. Okay, so now to connect this system up. 。 Well, actually, we need to keep it going first. We need to get it all the way down here. But before we do that, let's connect up our sulfur line here. And I don't know if trucks can enter down here. So let's just see if we can go through here somewhere. We absolutely can. If we can run it up the back side of this, straight under all this. Yep, that works. And then we go above here. Actually, yeah, we go. We go to there with it, and then grab ourselves one of our favorite U-shape conveyors, and connect that up. We should be able to just build that whole system there, and that can run in between. So that should be everything now. Oh yeah, now we've only got to get our exhaust over here. So in fact, what are these currently running? So these are running the naphthalene. This naphthalene's full, so much of it. And our heavy oil. Yeah, look, air pollution 11.7 now. So it's still going up, which is pretty bad. So we're probably going to lose power for a quick second here, just as we set this system up. But if we get rid of those and we get rid of those, in fact, cancel the deconstruction for those because we're going to need to keep them. And we just quick demolish these two here. Right. And you can probably just run these around the front side to connect up to there. Just boost to get all that done. There we go, that's all moving. That looks like it's waiting on naphthalene now all of a sudden. This thing's not quite there, it needs 160. So yeah, this thing will output quite a lot. Actually, let's just have a look at that other recipe. Alright, you know what? Let's use this because then we completely annihilate all of that extra stuff that we don't need. So we'll flip this one around and put it in there. And there we go. Run that to there. And for this steam just here, all this steam, yeah, well, for this steam, I think probably get rid of that to there and that to there. There we go. And what we could probably do is put in a pipe balancer just here, like so. There we go. Connect that one up to there, connect that to there, connect that one to there. In fact, we'll connect this down into there like so. We'll just get all that quick built. Just to try and help get all that steam around. And we'll say these two are the priority in to clear the system. And then for here, we'll run this through here and connect that up like so there. That will get rid of all that low pressure steam. And it will also help with trying to keep our power stable as a backup power source. Okay, so now let's go ahead and finish here. So we'll remove that, and we'll remove that. We'll just do one section at a time as we're at it. Because we're probably going to run this line. I say probably, most likely, something through here. Then say probably across the top of here. Across here, and in fact we'll just stop it there. Quick remove those, and we'll quick build some of these here. Okay, we can then quick build that section as well as that section and that section there. Okay, so we're gonna have to run this one down this side here. We can jump over all of this stuff. I would be much more happier with that. And I guess we can probably... What are we doing here? Yeah, like that, thank you. And you're doing it again to me. Literally, why won't you just go? Ah, I see. Right, so if we do something like that, there we go, problem solved. Okay. And then we're probably going to have to pop out the side here, go to the highest we can. And then we can probably dip back under here. And then run down the side here. And then with this side, we'll go here, and then we'll go all the way up. And we'll run all the way down here. Do something like that. And then we'll run straight across here. Go under all of this stuff here. Around to the back side. and connect up to there. There we go. We'll quick build that. And we should see a nice amount of exhaust going straight through there. Not yet anyway. That's because we haven't built any of these because we've been in planning mode. Oh, you know what? That probably does help to remember to get out of that. Now we can see we've got a bit of exhaust going through there now. These aren't really doing much, but for here, we can definitely knock these two out. And in fact, connect these up here. These aren't going to be pretty in any way, but I'm not too worried about that. Okay, now for this side here, let's just knock that straight out of the park. Destroy that as well while we're at it. And yeah, we're going to do this. We've got plenty of room under here. In fact, we'll go down one. And I guess we can go up one. We can go down one. Go up one. We can go over that. And we can connect straight into there. Okay, now we should see some exhaust going through here. We've currently got 280. There it is. There's all that exhaust coming from the steel refinery now. So that pipe is pretty much half full now. So let's have a quick look down here. So currently it's not running just yet because this bin hasn't been filled up just yet. Okay, so whoa. Oh, hopefully I can get there before these trucks drop it off. There we go. And say keep half empty. There we go. Now we can see this is cranking on. Might even just boost that. And we can see that CO2 is really cranking there too. Oh, I guess we can't call it CO2. Consumption. I don't know if I really want to just let it go out just yet. And this has to be put on a limestone deposit. Holy smokes, this pipe's like full. Literally just can't get enough of it over here. Now, is that insane? Is that stopping all of these? No, so we don't have really much more. Yeah, there is 130 there though. But I don't really think it's stopping anything. I think it's getting it all out. It's leaving the system. It's just because there's so much of it that's been sort of backed up when we stopped everything. Yeah, that should be able to process it. 960. Carbon dioxide's definitely going up though. So we might even just add a second one there. So this stacker tower has just finished. And it's got a lot of rock in it. It has a lot of rock. Right. Let's say go 25 then. Just we'll keep you going. So it's going to request that. We should see a truck with some of those parts heading over very shortly. Like there he is there. And we'll even say for this to go 26. Now we'll keep that one going as well. Okay. Yeah, we have a lot of rock. A lot of rock. We're actually completely full on rock pretty much. We're almost at that 14,000. Still building. Still more rock coming in. You can see a lot of vehicles heading over still. Output's full of that low pressure steam. Okay. Um. Okay. Right. This is hurting my head now, just with this whole power situation. Now we don't have much water here at all. I'm going to presume that's because their vehicles are currently taking it, which is fine by me. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to set these as the priority out as well. And we're going to grab another water tower. Chuck that into there. And run that line into there. We'll even grab one more just to make sure that we definitely do have enough to keep this going without having to boost anything. But there we go. This thing's back running again. Yes, it's like that line's constantly full. I'm not seeing an issue with any of these trying to get rid of that exhaust, so that's not a problem. And if we have a look at our health, look at how much our air pollution's dropped just with that. So that's incredible. Now, I wonder where else our air pollution is coming from. And we got no sand coming in. So we'll do a quick expansion here. Clear out some more sand there. Okay, so how are these going? These are being filled up. We've got trucks heading here, heading there. So they're dropping off food. So that's fine. These guys have cleared out pretty much everything here. Might just get them to do a little bit more just to finish leveling out this. And I wonder why they're not coming in here to take this out. Because that is part of the same line. Truck has no compatible sorting plant for mixed cargo. Well, you got limestone and dirt. Yeah. Why can't you? Oh, because you're full, absolutely full of limestone now. Yeah, right. Okay. We almost need to build a whole new system. Um, okay. So I think that's what we're going to start doing in new episodes is we're going to start, we're going to finish off leveling all this out. We're going to get dirt sent over here. Um, we're going to level this off in a nice square. We might even chop over to this other island here as well. Um, we'll start pushing in over here and we're going to start using more trains for refining purposes and manufacturing because, yeah, trying to work out this stuff is proven to be quite a challenge. Because, yeah, we just can't get enough out. And we're going from one extreme to another, from having heaps of limestone, heaps of copper, heaps of iron, to having barely any resources of anything else. So yeah, that is definitely on the list. We've got to try and fix that. Yeah, we'll hopefully use trains to get it around and make, instead of making the system that we got here, we'll completely annihilate all of that. Um, and we'll look at doing something a bit different using trains. Because I've watched a couple episodes of old people playing this, and what they do is completely different, and it looks like it works for them. And they're just using trains, not really trucks. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be something nice set up. We're gonna be moving our farms to probably over here and working that out. And using trains to get everything around. That way we don't using trucks to deliver from one side of the map all the way to the other and get rid of this whole double logistics zone because we really don't need it, sort of thing. Not at the moment anyway. Um, yeah, what were we using the concrete for? The cement. I'm pretty sure it was for a contract. Yeah, it's another way to get coal. And a lot of it. A lot of it. Okay, so let's has this been assigned contract? No. So let's unassign all of these that contract. And let's just get rid of that. Get rid of that all out. We'll work that out in the next episode. We do have a bit of sulfur there. We don't have overly a lot of sulfur, but we do have a bit of sulfur. But I do want to build a bit of that up. Yeah, now we got full CO2, so now nothing's working. Yeah, let's just build. Oh, we can't build that because we don't have enough unity. But our health is definitely going up. Our air pollution has been knocked down big time. So that has definitely helped out. Electricity's good, food's good, water's good, household goods is good. But we got the research labs running, that's using the max. Yeah, we haven't got household appliances yet, so we can't really work that yet. Should be all them for there. Okay, now this should be running again. So what's that? That's 450. But yeah, we definitely cannot keep up with that. Let's have a quick look. When do we get our next pipes here? Yeah. And they move 900 per minute. So yeah, that'll definitely be probably another alternative to look at. Yeah, okay. Um, here goes our long train. So he's out of there. We can see our rock is pretty much empty. Okay. What do you stop there for? Interesting. I wonder why you stopped. You're going to stop as well. Oh, you know why? Because there's so many no stopping zones here. They wait till it's clear on the other side. That's what's going on there. But yeah, that's fine. But yeah, in the next few episodes, we're going to be working on over here and, in fact, trying to expand all this and try and make some space, I think, because, yeah, we're definitely running out of space and running out of materials. So we need to try and work that out and also try and clear as much of this air pollution as we can. I still don't know exactly where the rest of this air pollution is coming from. Actually, right here, we got another little basic setup just here. So in fact, we'll just quickly fix that up here. Uh, yeah, you are definitely not going to want to work how I want you to, but she'll work one way or another. We can get you to connect there. That'll be fine. Get that. That should hopefully help with that. These don't put out any pollution, do they? No. Nitrogen doesn't put out any pollution. Yeah, I really have no clue where all of this, you know what? It's down here. Because the carbon dioxide. That is why. So, I think the plan is to move to hydrogen, which is why I'm pretty sure that I actually paused these, which I did, because output the belts and pipes only if above. So yeah, these should not be getting yeah, they only get hydrogen. So while they've got fuel gas, I think it's just because the storages are full there. I think that's the only reason. Um, but yeah, it shouldn't be a issue at all. Uh, can see our water is sitting extremely low. We are not putting out nowhere near enough water. So let's just boost those real quick. just to try and get that water level up because all of a sudden we're consuming heaps of water now. We can't seem to get rid of the stuff. Yeah, the CO2 is still building up like crazy. Yeah, we'll leave these problems for the next episode, eh? We've done quite a bit here. Definitely pushing out a lot more now. We're definitely getting a lot further out as well. Um, but we're flattening out this mountain. There's still a lot to do, but I can remember back when this was all this high. It was all around here, and we used to have to take the whole way around this whole mountain to even get to this side. Because the Iron Mountain used to go all the way to the edge here. So that is cool that we've cleared that out, and I feel like we've made heaps of progress as well. It's even on this new island with all our new trains and stuff. But yeah, I definitely want to look at uranium once we've unlocked it, which is all the way down here. So getting down here is going to be a bit of a mission. Um, but another thing I was thinking as well is, right, we can get stone. Um, But we could dig down all the way to that level and make this whole area that level. That would be pretty funny. Um, but that's a lot of digging, and where we're going to put that stone, there's only so many places it can go. And I don't think we can actually sell it in or trade it in contracts. I don't think. Not stone. Oh, we actually can. We can trade stone for fuel gas. So it could be on an alternative for us if we wanted to do that. Like there's plenty of stone. All we'd really need to do is fill in all the gaps here, fill in this entire river that they've got here. Um, if we were to fill in all this, we could definitely do it. Could make it work. It'd be pretty funny to see a big hole in the ground from all this work that we've been doing. But we'd definitely be extracting all the resources around. Yeah, this is a deep hole. Like to get down here, it's going to take many, many years to try and get down here. But the amount of uranium, like there's even uranium ore here, all this little green specks and stuff. That's all uranium. Even though you don't actually see it like you do here, that is all uranium all along there, and it even climbs the walls quite a bit. So it's definitely a lot of uranium there. Um, But once we get some large excavators, we'll definitely start. I'm thinking we almost go down here and then cut across. And then we just level all of this out here. Um, or if we don't want to go for that uranium, we can always go for the uranium um, that's just here. Now, I don't think there's much of it. Oh, yeah, there's actually heaps of it here. 51, 53, 55. There's some 60s there. So it goes down to 5. Yeah, so it sits to about 0. It sits at negative 36. That's what it goes down to. Okay, so that's pretty deep. But yeah, we can always look at that if we wanted to. I mean, we're not really far from it, so if we wanted to, we can definitely do it. A little bit of work's involved with it, but we can always make it work. Um, might also just put 2 more of these down here. Yeah, it looks like we got a severe flu as well, which isn't good. But that's all right. What else can we research? It's us our level 2. I'm not quite ready to do the level 2 research just yet. I'm going to be completely honest. But vehicle pollution, we could definitely do that one again. Yeah. we'll work that out. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you are enjoying the content, please consider leaving a like as well as hitting that subscribe button. Helps the channel grow and um, it gets my videos out there so more people who enjoy watching this sort of content can see it. But with all that out of the way, thank you again so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.